Hey guys, welcome to Weedy Wednesdays. Glorious and free. We're going to actually start the show in about 5 minutes. It's raining like crazy. We've sold out yet another show. Good to see you all here. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for being wet. We're gonna start the show in a minute. Get some snacks. Get as high as you can. We have amazing comedians that have traveled a long way in the rain to come and see you, make you laugh. So we'll see you in a couple minutes.
Alternative and grunge. This is Sirius XM. Lithium.
When she's on top. Russian knives and skewers. Dress me up in women's clothes, messing around with gender roles. Dye my eyes and call me pretty.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Weedy Wednesdays at Vapor Central. Are you ready for a kick-ass comedy show? Come on, people, you're a paltry crowd, but my grandmother can cheer better than that. Are you ready for a kick-ass comedy show? There we go. Please welcome to the stage your regular Weedy Wednesday host. It's Bryan motherfucking Gorman.
Yeah. Let me hear all 10 of you. Give it to me. How are you guys? Good? Oh, yeah. Weedy Wednesdays. This is our 371st show, I think. And this is for sure the most people we've ever had in one room during this show. You don't believe it? It is. You're right. It's not true. Everybody's wet. That's why I love walking around outside right after the rainstorm. Everybody's wet. It's like this fucking set of Baywatch if it was downtown. It's pretty cool. You see everyone's nipples. You know what those look like? You walk around, you see everybody's nipples. You're like, sort of looks like the country chili or something. Some people have some weird shaped nipples. You ever notice that? I have. Some people have inverted nipples. Anybody got inverted nipples? Throw them out. One dude's very happy about his inverted nipples. You know what inverted nipples are? They're nipples that point inwards until you get them cold or, horny, and then they pop right out. Pop-o-matic lovin', what up? I used to have a girlfriend who had them, and I would play games with her, right? So when she'd fall asleep, I'd put peanuts in her nipple holes, and I'd rub her clit, and I painted a target on the ceiling, and she'd rub her, and she'd be like, wake up, be like, ping, ping, pa-ping, and be like, what was that? I was like, nothing, just 10 points, go back to sleep. I was trying to sell her to a carnival, it didn't work. So we're off to a great start here tonight, telling jokes about nipples. We're giving away bong, as always. I'm just going to talk to the ghosts in the front row. There's a bong we're giving away, and we'll also be showing you a bunch of videos. We do a bunch of multimedia stuff now on Wednesdays. We got some amazing videos. We're here not only to entertain, but to inform. And tonight we'll be teaching you about monkeys, where when you go on vacation in certain parts of the world, they will literally steal your alcohol. And we're going to tell you how to avoid these monkeys and all the trouble that they cause, which is mostly, just not being drunk. And also we're going to look at Google cars, because those just scare the fuck out of me, and I want to get to the bottom of them. Has anybody here been in a Google car before? It's like you just let it drive for you. No? It's like a cab, but there's no smell. You know what I mean? It's like I said the cab. You guys get offended on behalf of a car I was in one time? Is that what just happened there? That cab is probably sad he said that. Well, anyway, that's what we're going to do tonight. We also have two amazing fucking comedians for you, wicked headliners in their own right. They're in the back. Give them a round of applause. Tyler and Patrick. They're getting as stoned as they possibly can for you right now. They're good fucking people. Yeah, it's almost Pride, too. That's why we got these little rainbow flags up here, in case you're wondering. It's the going to be the world's largest gay pride parade in the history of the world this weekend. It's going to be crazy. It's World Pride. Yeah. I'm not even gay, but I go every year. I know a fucking party when I see one. Yeah. You put that many boobs and glow sticks in the same spot, I'm there, my friend, with a fucking lawn chair and a big bag of MDMA. Woo! The best part about like Pride is in Toronto is watching all sort of like rural gay people, like gay people from the small towns. They like come into the city and think it like freaks out normal people, like straight people, to like see them kissing. You ever notice that? They'll be like, "I'm just gonna kiss my girlfriend in front of you. What do you think of this?" You're like, "Yeah, that's why I'm here. I am here to watch you kiss." And all of them kiss too. I'll be over here with the lawn chair and the MDMA. Blow me if you need me. Yeah, it's fucking true. It's fire. It's bizarre. Strange thing, you know, watching that shit up and down, you know. It's crazy. We hang out here. If you guys get the chance during the parade, come on down here. We have these windows here that are ideal for water gun spraying and stuff like that. So it's fun. You just see these, like, giant drag queens walking down the street like, "I'm number one," and then poof, they get hit in the face from Vapor Central. And we laugh, and then they look like they're crying because of the makeup, but really they're just wet. Lots of steroids out there on the streets in Pride. Lots of you ever seen those kinds of gay guys who are just like raw muscle? A lot of them are in really good shape. Like all they do is pluck their eyebrows, do push-ups, and crush ass. Like that's their whole fucking deal, right? Ever see guys like that that look so fucking tough, but they have pretty eyebrows? There's a lot of gay guys like that, you know? They're fucking like, you don't notice they're gay until they like do this with their eyebrows. They're like, "I think this guy might be in the military or something." It's like, "Oh, no, Navy. He's in the Navy for sure." But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Get yourselves out there. Get yourself some fucking gold underwear and fucking have yourself a good time. Don't be such a prude. And yeah, I know there's a lot of guys in here. There's a lot of homophobia that flows around in Vapor Central every now and again. Fuck you if you feel like that. You get out there and have some fun. People are always like, "Yo, but there's so many dicks, gay. I don't want to see all the dicks, gay." It's not gay to see a dick. It's gay to suck the dick, okay? You just let it go by. Boom, no gay. Right there. Boom, just... You see that fucking thing float by? I didn't suck it or anything. Yeah. That means you're not gay. Oh, I get the parade. I'm starting to get this. Yeah. Just... And also, for every dick, there's 2 tits. So do the math, guys. Get your shit together. Enjoy the boobies. And the water guns. So yeah, we'll be doing that. I don't know. We might be doing a show for that. We're sort of going over that. We're trying to figure it out right now. We might be doing it. It's looking at Friday if we are going to do it. But we're going to have some awesome gay comics and a drag queen who'll scare the shit out of you. It'll be fantastic. Vicky Licks. Crazy guy. One of my buddies is a 6'7" drag queen that's a comedian. On heels, he's like 7'1" or 7'2", but he's like a killer basketball player. So sometimes we play basketball with him, but he'll like wear the gown and shit. And it's so embarrassing getting fucking just blocked by some dude in a fucking Louis Vuitton dress or something like that. Take it, bitch. Like I was so much more comfortable if you weren't wearing lipstick with myself right now. Anyway, lots of good things happening these days. Actually, you know what? I was like walking around the street the other day, and I was like sort of checking out all the different stores starting to prepare. And you never notice how like the banks now are putting like the Pride Parade shit in the window and stuff? Like it's RBC, and then that little English guy's like wearing a thong, like hopping around or whatever. It's bullshit. You guys are so like anti-gay in every other part of the fucking country. I would like to see those gay Pride Parade things go on in like St. John's, Newfoundland or something like that. See if anyone goes to RBC in the morning. Oh, the RBC turned out fucking gay, bae. There's all rainbows and shit down there. We're not going no more. But in Toronto, fucking the whole place just one big rainbow. Welcome to the Rainbow Bank. Come on, everybody. Put your money in here. It's true, right? Anybody been to Newfoundland? That's the nicest, yeah. Are you guys from there? Anybody? Are you from there? No. It's a great place. It's the nicest people you'll ever meet in your entire life. The nicest, most accommodating people on the face of the earth. And it sounds like a stereotype. People always say it. It's not. They are. This is true. The first time I ever went there, first person I ever met, I went to a bank machine after I got off the airplane. I turned around. There's an old lady there. And I go, excuse me, do you know where there's a grocery store and I can go get some food? She goes, oh, yeah, I'll take you there in my van. Like, what? Yeah, that's fucking overly nice, you know? You don't need to do that. And also, from Toronto, I don't trust people that like ask them where something is at a bank machine. They're like, come to my van! You know? They're either trying to take something from you or put something in you, and either way, I'm not fucking going with you, right? So anyway, this lady, she takes me. I'm like, whatever. She's like 5'2", 90 pounds. I could crush her spine if she fucked with me. So I like, go ahead with her. And she takes me in her little van, and she like puts me up to the Sobeys. And I go, thank you very much, madam. I really appreciate you driving me. She goes, oh, I'll wait for you. It's like, what? She goes, yeah, I'll drive you after you're done. Like, lady, I'm going to be in there for like an hour. She's like, yeah, I got a book. I just sat in the fucking driveway reading a fucking Fabio novel or whatever the fuck until I was done. She goes back. I get in the car. She drives me back to my hotel. I get her tickets for the show. She shows up with her friends, like these other old ladies that have a great time. They love all the dirty jokes I tell. All these old broads come backstage in the green room, take out their teeth, and all take turns sucking my cock after. It was the nicest, most accommodating thing that's ever happened to me on the road. That's true. That's deep. It's like, that was a lesson, man. I learned something there. I learned I'm never going to go to Newfoundland. Yeah, it's kind of a rough story off the bat. There are like 9 people in here. This is fun. Because, like, you know, you get better shows with small crowds than you do with big crowds because, like, the comedians are looser. Like, I get, the truth of it is you don't care. You care a little bit less, you know? And so, like, people are looser. They can sort of say what they want to say. So this is going to be a great fucking show, man. We're going to have a lot of fucking fun. Pat, you ready, my man? Yeah. Okay. This dude coming up is absolutely awesome. I've been to get him in here for a while. We'll bring him back on a night where the rain isn't fucking doing everybody in and stuff. But please, guys, we're a small audience. Make him feel awesome and welcome, and he's absolutely hilarious. You're going to love him. My buddy, Mr. Patrick Hakeem, everybody. Give it up for him.
What's going on? You're so high, you're like, yes. Yes is going on. You guys look like you're like a band from the 70s. They used to fucking really do well, like Boney M, you know what I'm talking about? Like rah, rah, Rasputin, you know what I'm saying? And like he fucking used to play the shit out of that bass. And you guys were married, and then you two were married, but this guy kept partying so fucking much, you're like, he's fucking up the band. We just want to fucking play music and sleep together, bed and breakfast, we're out to the next city. This guy's coke, everything, hookers. You're fucking up all the shit, bro. What's going on here? You guys look like you're both named Summer. You know that? Really? Really? Like Summer and Autumn. I love that you're just like, fuck you, you're Autumn. I'm Summer. You just don't give a fuck. You're like, no way am I Fall. What's going on over here? We got a little crowd. I love that you guys didn't sit in the front row, but by default, you're still the front row. I'm going to take off my hat, show you guys what I got going under here. Yeah. Guys, I've been hurt a lot lately. I got 5 stitches in my arm. Yeah. And I'd like to tell you a cool story of how I got into a fight and I rescued my girlfriend, but that's not the case. Okay, I live in a house with 4 other comedians, and there's too much hip-hop fueling the house, and there's an aggressive energy in the house because we listen to way too much hip-hop. Like, we start our mornings just throwing elbows like this in the kitchen, and just everybody's amped up. And we watch a lot of, like, 90s wrestling documentaries, like Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock at Generation X, and when, like, Triple H started taking that sledgehammer and smashing people in their face, and we're like, yeah! And with the World Cup going on, there's that, like, testosterone from the World Cup, you know what I mean? I'm Mediterranean, I get crazy sometimes. And what had happened is my roommate's listening to hip-hop in the dining room, he's all amped up, and I'm watching the Netherlands versus Australia downstairs, and it's like a close game, and they score, and I'm like, fuck yeah! 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 And my boy's listening to music. He goes, man, I don't understand how you screaming that loud. Ain't you tired from chewing your food? I'm like, this guy's gonna talk shit. I'm like, you talking shit to me, fuck? So I start going upstairs, and he's like, man, I don't know why you're gonna come up here, man. You're just gonna be out of breath when you get to the top of the stairs. So I'm like, this fucker's gonna talk to me. So I just fucking go up to him, and like he's sitting at the dining room table, and I smash my chest right in his face, and I'm like, what the fuck now, bitch? I'm right here. You gonna fucking do something? And I flick his head, right? He goes like this. He goes, oh man, it's on. It's on. He takes off his glasses, and we start like shitty boxing like to each other, and we're like spinning around like two drunk Irish guys going like, yeah, I'll show you what I got right here, you son of a bitch. And all of a sudden, he puts me in what I call a disrespectful headlock. How many people here have still play fight with their boys? You get smashed, you smoke weed. Nobody? Am I the only one? You breaking up the band? You never play fight with your boys? Yeah, okay. A disrespectful headlock, for those of you that don't know, is like you could be in a headlock play fighting, like this is fun, like I'm gonna try to get out of this. But a disrespectful one is when somebody slaps both of their forearms across your temple and you feel like your nose is gonna explode because they're squeezing so hard. So I just take this guy and I fucking twist him up, I pick him up, and we go through the kitchen window. And I'm not talking about like a little fucking window. I'm talking about the kitchen window is this fucking big. And we shatter through it. And it went from being like, to we stopped, and I pulled him out gently and put him down. And he went through it first. And I was like, no scratch on this guy. I look at my wrist. It's going like this. And I'm like, we rush to the emergency room, okay? We're in the emergency room. They patch it up a bit. Who comes to get me? A fucking sassy Jamaican nurse, okay? We go into the waiting room. We're sitting down. My friend's with me, and she looks at him like this. She goes, yo, you don't need to be here. Get out. And I'm like, yo, she's stern. He leaves, okay? And she goes, who's that? I'm like, I don't know, my friend. And she's like, he's not your partner? I'm like, partner? I start fucking dying of laughter, okay? You have to understand, my roommate looks like Mr. Burns fucked hip-hop, okay? That's who he looks like. And I'm like, no, I'm appalled that she would put me in with him. And she's like, what? And then she's like, what happened? And I had to tell this woman that two men in their mid-30s were wrestling in a kitchen, okay? And we went through the window, and she just went like this. She went, you both have no job, eh? And I was like, no, we're comedians. And she goes, I don't know if you make people laugh, but you made me laugh right now. Fast forward, I'm in the doctor's office, okay? And she starts putting anesthesia so like I don't feel like her stitching up my wrist. She puts like 5-6 needles of this because apparently I don't take well to drugs. And she has to put 6 needles. And my boy's like, yo, man, you want me to hold your hand? And I'm like, no, man, fuck you. I don't need you to hold my hand. 3rd needle, I'm like, bro, let me hold your hand. I'm holding his hand. I'm squeezing it. Who comes by the fucking waiting room as we're holding hands and the needle's in? Jamaican nurse. And she's like, chicha man. Walks off. And I'm like, all right. A bit of your hate. Anybody here online date? No? What are you guys talking about over there? Yeah, both of you. No, gentlemen, you guys, what are you guys talking about? Life? Who's winning in life between the two of you? Life? Yeah, what kind of shit answer was that, man? I'm trying to include you into the show. I'm like, who's winning in life? And you're like, life, son. Life and things and that. And I'm like, all right, I can't win here. You see what's going on, Summer and Autumn? They're turning against me. Again, she points to her. She's like, you're Autumn. Like, what is your fascination with Summer right now? And you're wearing like overall shorts, which I like a lot. I feel like you could teach me a lot about the hay. So what are you guys doing here tonight? You just came in the rain. You're like, let's smoke a big fat one. Haven't smoked. You know what I love about people that fucking smoke weed? Nobody, when they're high, likes to answer any fucking questions ever. Like, I came up here, I'm like, hey, how's everybody going? Everybody's like... And the thing is, this is true, because I get like that when I get high. You ever high and some motherfucker's asking you questions? You're like, oh, man, fuck this guy with his fucking questions. What the fuck? You ever get so high that somebody keeps asking you questions and you start begging them to stop? You're like, nah, man, please, bro, stop. What the fuck, man, please, shut up. Like, stop. Like, even you guys can get high and go to Subway, and you're in Subway, and the girl, like, you're in line, and you get high, you get lost in high heaven while you're waiting for your sandwich to be made, and she comes up to you and she's like, sir, would you like pickles on that? And you're like, yes, sir, you. Yeah, I want pickles on that. Like, you whisper it like a weirdo? So you're fucking thinking? You ever notice that there's, like, good weed dealers and bad weed dealers? You know what I'm talking about? Like, a good weed dealer is somebody that's your boy, and he gives you some fucking sick kush, and you're like, how much is that? And he's like, $25 for a half quarter. And you're like, fucking sick, right? But a shit weed dealer is somebody that you always meet in the workplace, right? And he announces to you 3 days into your shift that he sells weed, and you're like, and you give him the test. The test is you ask him, how much for a half quarter? And when he fucks up, he goes like this. You're like, yo, how much for a half quarter? He's like, $40. You're like, you know what? Give me a fucking 5-piece. And then he starts, like, he knows that you know about weed, so he starts telling you, like, some crazy, like, yo, you don't understand, man. I just got this batch. This weed is from Pluto. My friend took a spaceship. He had to ship it over. Yo, this is the kush from space, son. That's why I'm charging you $40. But I usually get better prices. And you're like, yo, just give me $5. And that's your way of saying, shut the fuck up. But then months later, he's giving it to you at 30. But you always remember what a fucking piece of shit that guy was in your heart. You're like, you know what? I always remember you tried to fucking show Patrick Hakeem what's up with weed. But Patrick Hakeem is the man. He knows what's up. He knows what's up with that sticker eke. Guys. Yeah. What good form, man. But no, seriously, nobody here is online dating. You've never been on an online date? Are you with this guy with the glasses over here that makes beats? Like the nerd, like yeah. No, is this your boyfriend? Are you guys are cousins? Where are you from? I feel like you're someplace cool like Algeria. Like, I don't know. Right now, where you? I love your shirt. Like, your shirt was like a shirt my Middle Eastern uncle would wear in the 80s before he hit me for, like, not listening to him. But, like, no, seriously, where are you guys from? Where? Trinidad? I had a double today. Is this fucking destiny or what? But look, the truth is I hate online dating, okay? I fucking hate it. What's up, boys? Hey, welcome to the show. Hey, welcome to these guys for coming in late, but still joining us in the front row like two men that want to see fucking comedy. Look, I said hi to them. They answered me. The rest of you can learn a lot from these two people here that are part of the show. You three in the back, good job. I saw you like moving your head giggle. I like you over there. This guy with the glasses, I see you laughing. Good job. You holding your boyfriend close. You're both laughing. I like. You guys. Is this like a first date? Like you're sitting like a space in between each other? Am I right? Am I like, what, are you cousins or what's going on here? I need to know. Like, I'm like Oprah. Like, I want to know what's happening with my audience. What's going on? You're dating? Nice. Oh, that's why you're sitting that far apart from each other. You're like, it's 2 years. I love him, but, you know, I don't want him to touch me anymore. Like, I get it. I get it. I dated a girl for 2 years, and we sat that space apart all the time. And what happens is 3 years, 4 years, and then you just don't call them anymore. Guys, it's Pride Week. All right. Okay. I used to live with 2 lesbians. Okay, no, you think, woo, but it's not woo, okay? Like I thought it was gonna be amazing. Like I thought I was gonna live in with 2 lesbians, and the idea I had of living with 2 lesbians and the reality, sir, of living with 2 lesbians, 2 different things. Okay? Like, I thought I was gonna come home and they would be kissing softly under a rain machine. You know what I mean? Eating frozen bananas and popsicles all the time. But that wasn't the case, okay? These girls fought all the time, okay? They fought and they would like physically attack each other at any, be like eating, you'd just be eating in the kitchen and just, one would just backhand the other one. You're like, this is, I don't know why this is happening in front of me. And the thing is after, and it's like they had a meeting before I moved in. They're like, yo, this guy's gonna move in tomorrow. When do you wanna have these psychotic fights? And the other one was like, 8:30 in the morning? Huh? Let's get our hate out of the way first thing of the day. So after months of dealing with this shit every day, what happens is, what's going on? Oh my God. Is Erin being strict? She's like, guys, those guys look like World Cup gentlemen. Gentlemen, thank you. So after months of them fighting all the time, okay, I wake up and I don't know what happened inside of me, but I wake up and I go like this. All right, here we go. Here we fucking go. Every fucking morning, fucking fighting. And the butch lesbian, she's like, why don't you shut the fuck up? And I'm like, me shut the fuck up. Me shut the fuck up. You're fucking fighting here all the fucking time. Fucking hitting your fucking girlfriend. Fuck. You fucking. And in my head, I'm like, don't call her gay. Don't call her a bitch. And I'm like, you fucking dyke. Right. That's exactly how, like, immediately I was like, what are you saying? What is going on with you? How do you have this much hate in your life? And as I'm giving myself shit, the door fucking kicks in, and she's like, what the fuck did you say to me? What the fuck did you say to me? And she's banging her chest, and I'm like, holy shit. And her neck is doing that thing that Macho Man's neck used to do in the 80s. You know, when he was like, ooh, yeah, you're in trouble. And I'm like, oh, I don't need any of this. Okay, and what I've neglected to tell you guys is it's a hot summer day, and I'm completely naked under the covers. And, like, have you ever had a raging lesbian scream at you at 8:30 in the morning? I don't know if you know it, you feel vulnerable. You feel like, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't have said that. And I start backpedaling right away, and I'm like, look, I know I said you were a dyke, but, you know, you punched your girlfriend, let's call it even. Okay, they obviously had a Doberman, okay? And the Doberman had, like, a link, like a chain that you could, like, play tug of war with it. And she takes it, and she fucking whips it at me. You look concerned, Summer? Don't worry, it hit the top left corner of the room. And I'm like, you know what? This is my fucking out. This is my out. I'm like, you know what? Thank you very much. I'm calling the police. Thank you so much for that. And that's when the lipstick lesbian came into my bedroom looking like Skrillex. And she's like, don't call the cops. Don't call the cops. And she throws herself on my bed. I'm like, what the fuck did I ever do in my life to deserve this elvish lesbian hell that I'm fucking living in? Why can't I just fucking sleep like a normal person till 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Why am I deserving this? So what happens is, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, I don't know what to do here. One's angry, one's crying. What can I do here to diffuse the situation? So I decide just to remove the covers. And I'm naked now. And I realize that no matter how amazing I look naked, that these women, their sexual orientation has nothing to do with me. And I start realizing it's a bad idea, and I'm like, ladies, is all this fighting about Patrick, huh? Why don't we stop fighting and why don't we start sharing, okay? Let's stop hitting each other and let's start touching, okay? I got slow jams from the 90s on my iPod. I got a queen-size bed here. Let's get it on, girls. Let's get it on. And I swear to God, they both went like this. And then they looked at each other and they looked back and they're like, we're very sorry. And they closed the door. I feel like you're not impressed, ladies. I feel like you're not impressed. Summer, you called her Summer now? I know, I'm testing you. Okay, guys. I was once, look, okay, I'll just tell you something, okay? A lot of you are on Tinder. You don't want to clap for it. I see your fucking lonely faces every time I play that video game, okay? And the thing is, it is the worst, okay? And I'm like in my mid-30s, and I'm a little bit old-fashioned, okay? And the thing is I don't like it, okay? Because there's no excitement. I used to meet somebody at a party, used to meet somebody at work. You'd be like, I like the way she fucking talks. I want to talk to her. Give me her number. There's like some sort of vibe, right? But on Tinder, there's nothing. It's people texting each other, and it's just like a superficial piece of shit, right? And I have gone on the worst dates possible off Tinder, okay? I went out with this girl who's like, she told me, I was like, what's your profession? She's like, I'm a hypnotist. Okay, my mom already thinks I'm a loser for being a comedian. Let alone, I introduce her to my new woman in my life who's a fucking hypnotist and be like, Mom, here's Cheryl. What does she do? She's a hypnotist. What, you don't like Cheryl? You think that's stupid? Wait till she waves this pocket watch in front of your face, then tell me what you think about Cheryl. Okay? And then, at the end of the date, she decides to drop a landmine on me. She's like, by the way, I think you should know, my father was a pedophile. Is that first date material? Like, that's something you say to somebody? Like, you know what? I want this guy to really like me. My father used to molest children. So, I'm like, first question I had, because I'm a person that cares about people glasses, I'm like, did he molest you? And she's like, no, he molested my cousins. They're from Australia. And I'm trying to keep it, like I'm an idiot, I'm trying to keep it like, go happy, lucky, and I'm like trying to be clever. And as a comedian, sir, sometimes you say shit, super funny. Sometimes you say shit, people are like, you need to leave. So she tells me he molested her cousins from Australia, and they told their mom when they were older. And without missing a beat, I go like this. So he took him down under? Bryan, how much time do I have? Like a minute? Okay, guys. This has been, first of all, this has been one of the greatest sets I've ever had in my life, and I'd like to thank you all for being part of it. Okay? But, oh man, what can I do in a minute? Okay, guys, I don't know if you know this, but a lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm a master impressionist. Okay? Yeah. Who's into impressions here tonight? This girl. All right? And I've been doing this impression since I was 15 years old. And they tell you it takes either 10,000 hours or 20 years to become a master at something.
I'm vegetarian because I hang out with them, but I'm not, you know. If you are a vegetarian, good for you. You know, you want to deplete all the iron in your system, make yourself weaker than a hamster with bronchitis, fucking go for it, you know. Let's make it easier for the rest of us to hunt and eat you when it all goes down, you know. But I get it with certain animals, like I'd never eat like a tiger or a dolphin. They're too majestic, too awesome. But like a turkey? You really give a fuck about the life of a delicious turkey? Like, listen to this sound. Really give that. That's nature's way of saying, I'm a fucking idiot. It's okay to eat me. Yeah. Anything you can kill with a basketball is Christmas dinner. That's just how I feel. I've always felt. That's a weird thing, man. And cows, I don't feel bad for cows because I've seen wild cows. I've been to Scotland, Ireland, England. They have wild cows there. You know what they do? They fucking stand around and chew their own puke, just like the other ones do. They sit there waiting to be eaten. It's like a bathtub-sized piece of meat. He is incapable of defending himself. If he's not meant for food, what the fuck is he meant for? You could go up to a cow and you could punch him in the face as hard as you can do, and he'll just look at you and go like, do you want to eat me still? You know? And he'll be like, yeah, because that's all you're fucking good for, you fucking rib with legs. You can't ride them. I guess you could ride them, but it would be pretty slow. It wouldn't go anywhere. It'd be like those roller coasters, you know, when you're a kid. They're like, you get to go on a roller coaster like the big boys. And then you go, and it's like this super slow roller coaster that just goes up like one little hill. Fucking would suck. I used to ride horses when I was a little kid. Anybody ever ride a horse before? It's fucking amazing. This feeling of this fucking animal just like between your legs, just like jump over whatever the fuck you want to jump over. Hockey players used to make fun of me a lot when I used to ride the horses when I was a kid, though, you know. Yeah, you can't help it. I rode horses. It was kind of my fault, too. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of hockey players. You know, hockey players can be like, hey, you fucking homo, you're going to go ride your horses, eh, bud? Ha, 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 ha. Fucking A, right? No do the booter. Why does every hockey player in Canada fucking sound like that? A lot of them are really fucking smart, too. A lot of them went to universities and shit like that, can write papers. But I always, like, wondered, like, how they would fucking in 1490 fucking 6. These guys are fucking doctors with theses and shit. And no teeth. It's a weird time in history to be alive. When fucking George fucking Washington was fucking crossing that fucking Delaware. I'll keep trying. They used to beat me on and be like, you're gonna go ride your horses, eh, bud? Ha 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 ha. Let's get a twofer. Beat him up. Ha 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 ha. Get the skidoo. We'll go to his house. Fucking beat him up right proper. Ha 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 ha. So I quit. I quit riding horses because, you know, of all of that. And I started playing hockey, more hockey, the straight sport, the man sport, right, guys? Right? Let me tell you something. I never saw another man's penis the whole time I rode horses. Not one. Not fucking one. First day of hockey in the locker room, just penis, 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 penis. Hockey locker rooms are gayer than a dick covered in sparkles, okay? Don't be such a homo. Get in here and loofah my ass. Ha 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 ha. Right there, Gaylord. All not washing another man's ass. That's a Barrie accent if you're trying to place it. You ever been to Barrie? Anybody ever been to Barrie? It's so fucking terrible. Is anybody from Barrie? Are you guys from? No? It's fucking rough. There are actually people there. I've seen so many people in Barrie that have like Confederate flags, like, you know, like the Southern Confederate flag on their motorcycles and shit. Like, dude, you're from just north of Toronto. The people in the Confederacy would have hated you. Like, they're just like, groom, groom, I'm just like them. I would have done anything for them. Like, they would have fucking hung you. Like, we were the end of the Underground Railroad. We're their enemies and stuff, but they just like the flag, you know? Fucking morons. That people in the southern states are always mad at Mexicans. You ever notice that shit where they'll be like, where the fuck do these Mexicans come from? But if you read about it, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, and California all used to be Mexico like 120 years ago. Like, where the fuck are they coming from? You stole their land. That's where they're coming from. You can't take a place over and then be like, this place is infested with people that live here. That's like us taking over Buffalo, New York, and then being like, where are all these obese children coming from? Can't get mad at them. That's where they grow. They sweat mayonnaise in Buffalo. Did you know that? That's true. That's true. That's a true thing I made up. There are kids in Buffalo the size of Buffalo. I don't like making fun of anybody's physical appearance or anything like that. It's something that they can't help. But when you see like obese children in the States, it makes me sad, man. Some people that like ranked like something like 30 to 40% of the children are classified as obese there. Isn't that fucking crazy, man? Like 30 to 40% of these kids have like knee tits. You know what I mean? Like over their fucking knees. It's fucking rough, man. Got to get people moving again. But don't go too far. Don't get obsessed with the male ideal of what you're supposed to look like. Supposed to be a giant steroid monkey with a huge cock and less body hair than a dolphin. Is that what ladies like now? Is that what the magazines say? I want a man who looks like a dolphin. That's right. That's what I'm saying. I want a man with so little chest hair he could just glide towards me head first on a bowling alley lane. Like, oh, fuck me, dolphin man. Yes, please. That's my kind of man. Someone with a blowhole. But what, like, you know, so what guys do to, like, you know, look like the magazines tell them is they'll take steroids and shit like that. Anyone here on steroids? Yeah. Right here, pussy. It's weird because one of the main side effects of steroid use in men is erectile dysfunction. So your penis doesn't even fucking work. Isn't that crazy? Spend all this time working out, pumping yourself full of poison to look attractive, and you can't even fuck the people you attract. Some kind of weird, sick game. That's why it's just better to be yourself, be a small guy with a huge cock, and surprise the fuck out of people. You know? Like, girl, unzip your pants, be like, holy shit, I wasn't expecting that. You're like, right? You followed your heart, and this is your reward. There you go. You weren't superficial. Boom, orgasms. The female ideal is also, I think, equally as dangerous to the psyche if you're a girl. Because it's sort of weird. Like, what gets pumped into girls' heads is more skinny. Like, be emaciated. Be like a skinny girl in the Cosmo magazine. I want to look like one of the cokeheads in the magazine. My fucking God. I just want to look like... it's not even hot. Not even hot. Men like fucking thickness. They like fucking tits and asses. It's just fucking, you know, people don't like looking at people that are that emaciated. You know what I mean? People that look like this. It's not hot. It's not fucking hot. I just want to look so pretty. I want to look like one of the cokeheads. I want to be one of the pretty cokeheads in the magazine. Oh my God, my life's ruined. I want to kill myself. I don't look like a cokehead. Girls in those magazines not even hot. They look like me. They're like bags of elbows. It's fucking gross, you know? They don't even have an ass. It's just a back with a hole somewhere, I guess. Who knows, you know? Plus, I don't understand why you spend all that money on those magazines, you know, to learn how to, like, look good and fuck people well. Every guy in this room will teach you how to fuck well for free. Uh-huh. We're good like that. We're good like that. I think your sensibilities that keep getting offended in the corner. You guys can't see her from back here. There's a lovely blonde girl wearing a sweet denim dress, and she'll be all for all the dirty jokes, and then I'll say something like cock, and you hear her go, oh. Oh, I don't know. Just let yourself go, mama. Open yourself up. Just let the world in, you know? Just, there's a lot of, man, we swear a lot at this place. This is obviously an uncensored show. We've never had a censored show here, ever. We like the dirty words. If you can't do it here, where the fuck can you do it? You know what I mean? Like, you can go home and watch that shit on TV if you want. We're gonna do some crazy shit, say some weird fucking things, you know? This is one of the last places on earth you can fucking do that. There's not everywhere in the world you have fucking drug addicts yelling about pussy on stage, people. This shit does not happen in every country in the world. You need to fucking appreciate it. This doesn't go down in North Korea, just so you know. There's no stand-up comedy in Pyongyang, you know? If there was, it would suck. Be like, what's the deal with the great leader? Poof, dead right away, all right? So celebrate yourselves. All right, we're gonna do some videos now, and then we're gonna give away the bong. But first, hey, Sean, can you load up the drunk monkey one? And we are going to inform. Okay, so like, don't mind me talking over top of the video while it happens. But what we're gonna do is we've been showing sort of like a newsy kind of vid and then like a nature kind of vid too. And the one we have tonight. Okay, don't start it yet. Can you full screen her too? The one we have tonight is from BBC's Weird Nature. It's a great documentary series about the weirdest animals on the planet. A lot of comedians and like we get fucked up and we watch this shit so much. But this one is taken from a special where they have just all animals getting fucked up. It is hours of fun, I'm telling you. It's all like animals that actually get sedated and messed up off plants that they find around, and they know which plants get them fucked up, and they can even like, you know, refine them and stuff so they're more potent and give them to their children and things like this. Great stuff. Anyway, this isn't about that. This is about alcohol that we have on like beaches and shit like that these monkeys at this fucking resort think they fucking own, and they will like steal the booze, and they've all become alcoholics and shit for the most part. I don't want to say all of them. It's like the same percentage as like a human would. So it's like certain amount of them get drunk, certain amount of them like will start trying to fuck people, certain amount of them get fighty, certain amount of them call their moms and tell them she's a bitch and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, I'll shut up and we'll put this video up now. Sean, you got, there we go. Ugh.
This is the sleepy island of St. Kitts in
Can
the
you full
Caribbean.
screen it? Full screen it. Okay.
300 years ago, velvet monkeys were brought here from West Africa along with slaves serving the rum industry.
Oh, yeah.
Escaped monkeys acquired a taste for alcohol by eating fermented sugarcane left in the fields. Today, they satisfy their thirst by raiding local bars.
Just like
They have
19-year-old
learned to be
chicks.
sneaky. Picking the right moment is everything.
Look at that little bastard. Get away from my Mai Tai. Look at this.
For years, the monkeys have been studied for insights into our own drinking habits.
Ew, look at those gross monkey boobs.
Just as we vary in our taste for alcohol, so do the monkeys. Some do anything for an alcoholic cocktail.
What a
But
scam.
just as some people are teetotal, so are some monkeys.
Those Rastas look like they'd be
These
pissed.
reject alcohol in favor
Yo,
of
get away
soft
from
drink.
my fucking juice, guy! Bomber clad stealing my Mai Tai.
Significantly, the percentage of teetotal monkeys matches the non-drinkers in the human population.
So just the same amount of monkeys don't like it as humans don't like it. So weird.
In line with human habits, most drink in moderation. 12% are steady drinkers, and 5% drink to the last drop.
Yeah, it's my kind of monkey.
This similarity between us shows that a liking for alcohol is
He's like, all right,
determined
Frank.
mainly
All right,
by
take it
our
easy. Take it
genes.
easy. Just as many of them are shitty dancers too.
After each daily raid, other human parallels soon appear.
Oh yeah, drunk monk, what up? Oh. Hold his hair.
But unlike us, monkeys that are heavy drinkers make better leaders,
I
respected
miss
by
you,
other monkeys.
Cassandra. Oh, fighty and shit.
They seem to tolerate leaders that monkey around.
Oh. They're such pricks.
Like monkeys, our taste for alcohol began when we scoured the forest for ripe fermenting fruit.
They end up sleeping with one of their buddies just like humans.
Food and alcohol became linked with intoxicating effect.
Ah, yeah, give it up for the drunk monkeys. I'm sure they can hear us somewhere. That was so fucked. Okay, can we do the Google car one now, Sean? Do you have that one loaded up? Why is no one talking to me? Is it? Okay, so that was pretty fun. Those monkeys were sweet. Check out that series, Weird Nature, because they got all these other ones, like symbiotic relationships where, like, animals will rub other animals back so they give them food and stuff. It's pretty rad, just like humans. Is that Google video coming or no? Okay. We'll just watch what's happening on the stage till that happens. Where you going? Figures. Okay, wait. Start. Can you stop it for a second? Thanks. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I haven't actually seen this video. Has anyone seen a Google car video before? Anybody know what this shit? This is a car that fucking drives itself, which is awesome if you're a drinker, because you're just like, fucking, you driving, yeah, fucking don't need any fucking buddy to drive you home or anything like that. And it's apparently the safest car on the road. But I haven't seen this video, so let's check it out, yeah? And then we'll fucking get to the bottom of that.
And safe driving decisions in the real world.
Plus, you could fuck in it while it was going. I was
going
going to throw that out
for
there.
the way the technology works and what it's like in real driving situations.
Yeah, please, because I don't like the idea that your car doesn't have a driver.
So there are a
if you're
few
on the
things that
road.
have to happen before the car can safely drive itself. First, it has to figure out its location in the world. So we use GPS, but GPS isn't always that accurate, which is why we rely on our other sensors like the laser, which picks up on details in the environment that help us identify our more precise location. So think of the sensors as the car's eyes and ears, but with eyes that can see far off into the distance and 360 degrees around the car. And the great thing about having all these sensors is that they can talk to each other and get cross-checked information about the environment. So while we take in a ton of information using our sensors, it's our software that really processes all of this and differentiates between objects. All these objects are visible on the laptop that the safety drivers use while testing the vehicles. Based on what the vehicle senses and processes, these objects will be represented by different colored boxes. Cyclists will be red, pedestrians yellow, and the vehicles will appear as either green or pink. These boxes demonstrate the processing that takes place within the software.
All
And
those
think
red
about the
dots up there are
complexity here.
cars you could
People
be
with
in that it could
different
potentially
cars have
crash
different
into,
shapes and
too.
sizes. Yet, despite these nuances, the software needs to classify these objects appropriately based on factors like their shape, movement pattern, or location.
Or if they're screaming.
For example, if there's a cyclist in the bike lane, the vehicle understands that this is a cyclist, not another object like a car or a pedestrian. So the cyclist appears as a red box on the safety driver's laptop. And the software can also detect the cyclist's hand signal and yield to them appropriately.
That's got to make the cyclist feel at home. You're a red
When our
dot
engineers
now to
think
me.
about where the car should drive and how, safety is always the top priority. So the vehicle takes into account many things like how close it is to other objects or matching speed with traffic or anticipating other cars cutting in. For example, as a passenger, it can feel a little uncomfortable passing by a large vehicle on the road. Our engineers have taught the software to detect the large vehicles, and the laptop shows them as larger boxes on the screen. As our vehicle passes by a large truck, it will actually keep to the farther side of the lane and give ourselves a little bit more space. We've also taught the vehicle to recognize and navigate through construction zones. The vehicle sensors can spot the orange signs and cones early to alert the car of any lane blockage ahead, and then we can change lanes safely. Another thing that's really important is for the vehicle to drive in a naturalistic way, because when it's natural and the car abides by social norms on the road, it's also safer. For example, at four-way stops, people typically rely on eye contact to communicate whose turn it is. And in our case, the vehicle inches forward into the intersection to indicate its intent. So my role as a safety driver is first and foremost to keep the car, myself, and everyone around me safe. And in addition to keeping the car safe, I also provide detailed feedback to developers and let them know the car does anything that maybe I wouldn't have done personally. Maybe the car wasn't assertive enough in a lane change or wasn't fast enough at a green light. We provide the detailed feedback so they can fine-tune the whole driving experience. By getting out there and driving in the real world, we're getting a better understanding of what exactly it's going to take to improve the safety and comfort and ease of transportation. And that's really what our project's all about.
Holy shit, that's fucked up. I don't know. How do you guys feel? Would you guys drive one? Round of applause. Would you fucking? People seem kind of scared and apprehensive. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, it's all cool for the person that's in the car, but the people around it, like, if you're just one of those cyclists and there's that fucking laser eye spinning, you're like, look, no hands, as you go by. You'd be like, what the fuck's your problem, man? Like, you're scaring the shit out of everyone, you know? But I don't know. I'm going to try to get one. And maybe we'll make it like a Vapor Central mobile, you know, because you can get all high in it and stuff like that. You want to talk roadhead, by the way. That fucking thing is the greatest invention in the history of car sex, okay? On your way to work. Carpool, fuck that, car orgy, the whole way to work. Everybody's fucking taking turns. It's a good fucking time. I say I'm for the Google car, and I'm frightened of the fact that it might run into people and stuff like that. But hey, if there are car accidents, it'll probably be, you know, just a lot of fucking, like, you know, it'll probably be really slow, and the robots will take care of the people when they die. I don't know. I'm just hoping that fucking future will catch up to what's happening in this fucking shit. But it scares the fuck out of me. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I feel like we should have done the monkey video second and the informative video first. But I think we're going to give away a bong, maybe. Get everybody revved up. You guys seem like you're a little too, like, freaked out by the future right now. Guy, you can't just show us things like that and expect us to start laughing again. I'm scared to fuck right now that the robots are going to take over. Do you guys believe in the singularity? You know what that is? When the computers get smarter than us and they fucking start killing us and using us as batteries. Do you think it'll happen, man? Yeah? The best part about Vapor Central is no one responding ever to anything. There's always a point in the show where people start laughing and just start going, I agree with him. We agree with you. Any cops here? Anybody a cop? Cop? You're not a cop? Fooled me. What would cops even write if they were undercover in here, you know? Like, suspects are hilarious. Should be considered annoyingly peaceful and extremely easy to catch. Be on the lookout for chocolate fingerprints. It's not hard to catch potheads either when you think about it, right? That's why I know we're not criminals, you know, because, like, if we were criminals, it would take a lot to take us down. You know what I mean? When you say criminal, I think, like, you know, guy, like, robber or murderer or something. You don't think of a guy eating fucking taffy and watching Pink Floyd The Wall or something like that. It's not really a fucking criminal. It's also, you're not hard to catch. Like, if you wanted to catch a pothead, all you need is, like, a box, a stick, a little bit of string, and some pecan pie. That's it. You know what I mean? Just throw it under the box and wait for him. I gotcha, motherfucker! He's like, whoa, it's dark in here, man. I'd leave, but the food is awesome and it's cozy. How? You guys ever get high and pet dogs? Oh, that's fucking 40 hours right there. Pat was talking about being a master at impressions. I've done 10,000 hours just petting dogs high, man. Holy fuck. I'm a master of rubbing dogs' ears on my face. Have you ever? Oh, it's nice. Have you ever touched a dog's ear before? It's like what I imagine like unicorn fur would feel like or something like that. And I'll just rub it all over my face, and my dog, he digs it, you know, and he can smell. When he smells the weed, he's like, oh, it's going to be a good belly rub day, you know. And Daddy comes in all, ha, 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 ha. Good fucking time. I'm not a cat guy, though. I can't deal with cats, you know. I think they're kind of gross. Because if you own a cat, you also got to own a box of shit, you know, and that's kind of gross when you think about it. I don't want to own something like that, you know. I don't want to own a box of feces. Also, I don't trust any animal that does not die when you throw it off a 5th-story balcony. Fuck that shit, you know. I want something I can murder if it fucks with me, you know. You know what we're going to do now? I think we're going to give away a bong, and then we're going to bring up your headliner, who's absolutely awesome. He's the founder of the Cottage Country Comedy Festival. Guy's open for all kinds of nutty people, and he's a roast master at a lot of these roasts and stuff like that. So if you guys dig insult comedy, strap in. If you don't, you're going to be super insulted. So chill the fuck out. Don't get angry. And have a good time. But we're going to give away this bong. Can I bug you for El Bongos? Hey, can we give it up for our Vapor Central staff in the meantime, running a mean show? Thanks, Aaron. And yeah, so what we need is 2 volunteers from the audience to come up and hit a bong on stage. And we're going to see who's better at hitting these bongs. And then somebody's going to go home with this giant fucking thing, which is amazing. This is a heavy one, too. It's usually a lot of thin glass. We got 1, we got 2. Come on up, guys. Yeah, come on up. What's your name, man? Miguel, what's up? What's your name, dude? Connor, what's up, dude? Okay, here, Miguel, grab one of these and one of those lighters. And there you go. Keep the lighter regardless of whether you win or not, right? And this is how the game goes. One at a time. We'll go with Miguel first. We're going to play you some music. We're going to count you down. 3, 2, 1, toke. You toke that fucking bong. The second you're done, hand it to me. We're going to give you some music. You're going to dance as you're blowing out the smoke. And we'll see who's better at getting high and then getting down, okay? Okay? All right. I bet when you got up here and you were like, I'll hit a bong, and then you were like, oh, it's a dancing competition. You got a guy named Miguel who looks like a fucking backup dancer for fucking Michael Jackson. I got a feeling you've got some moves in there. You can't dance? You put that hat on, you can't dance? You can tap. Well, let's see what you got, man. Just feel the fucking music, Miguel. He's a good dude. All right, let's count him down. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Everyone chant toke. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Toke, 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 toke. Not you. Toke, 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 toke. There, he's clear. Give him some music, Aaron. Dance it up, Miguel. Show him how you dance, motherfucker. Oh. Right on, yeah. He sort of hides but dances at the same time. Right on, man. Yo, Miguel, everybody held that bong hit the whole time. That was pretty introverted. Yo, whatever. You're too high. None of us are going to remember this. We're all fucking high. I don't even know where I am right now. But you never know. This guy could fucking faint while he takes the bong, and he could fall face forward. Boom, you just won a bong, you know? So pack it a bit more. He wants more weed in the bowl. My one complaint. All right, are you ready, buddy? Here, come on up here, man. And we're going to count him down. You can do the same thing. Yeah, man, fucking tell this guy to dance the fuck out. It's not going to take much, man. Just fucking dance your pants off. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Toke, 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 toke. Oh, he's clear. This boy's a pro. Give him some music. Dance, motherfucker. Oh, yeah. Wait, there's going to be more. He's starting to feel it. It's rising up in his soul. Come on, fuck. Oh, yeah. All right, give it up for him, everybody. Give it up for him. Honestly, I don't think. I think one of you might deserve a crack pipe. That's it. But I gotta give it away. But guys, seriously, what the fuck? That wasn't a dance competition. That was a standing around competition. But fucking, who cares? We're gonna get. We don't care if you can't dance. If you can't dance, we just want somebody to go home with this bong and hope you guys dig it. But we gotta figure out who goes home with it. Who do you guys think won that dance competition? Was it Miguel? Some love. There's some love for Miguel. Or was it Connor? I don't think anybody wants to vote. Nobody wants to vote. Yep, I'm ruining my ballot too. Fuck this. I'm out of here. Be really loud. Be really loud for who you want to win. Miguel? Or Connor? Miguel? Connor? All right, it's Miguel. There you go, Miguel. Give it up, everybody. Thanks for coming up. Thanks for getting high. Yeah, man. Fucking, yeah, okay. Gave it a fucking genuflect. I haven't seen that shit in ages. Did you just Tebow that bong, dude? He's like, fuck yeah, man. He had more end zone dance than dance. That was dope. Whatever, man. We're glad you got that bong. Don't forget it here. That happens a lot. And people are like, I won. I gotta get home. And then we get new bongs. But we've given away, I think that's like the 300 and something bong we've given away over the 8 years of this show. So I just like to think where they all are. You know? I want to put GoPros on those things and see where they go. You know? I want to put GoPros on homeless people and see where they go. That's what, you know what I mean? See what happens, you know? Because I want to know, but I don't want the danger. You know what I mean? That'd be kind of fun. Anyway, speaking of homeless people, your headline act is here, ladies and gentlemen. He's a really great guy. Comes all the way from the Muskokas. He's a absolute gem in the comedy industry. This guy started a thing called the Cottage Country Comedy Festival and did what a lot of people have been trying to do for a lot of years and consolidated a bunch of shows in the outskirts of Ontario, and does some amazing shows, amazing work with comedians, and one of the finest comics, my buddy, Mr. Tyler fucking Morrison, everybody. Let it up. Yeah!
All right, Vapor Central, one more time for Bryan O'Gorman. Give it up. And Patrick Hakeem, one more time. Yeah, it's great to be here. I didn't realize it was Pride Week. Usually I know when it is, but this year Rob Ford came up to the cottage early for rehab, so it kind of faked me out. I'm just glad that he's up there, though, and now I'm not the guy who looks like the fucking fat kid from The Sandlot. Thanks, Robbie. Fuck it, I'm going a cappella. Oh, man, it's cool to be here because, like, I was up in Muskoka the other day, and shit happens up there that doesn't happen here. Like, I actually almost hit a moose with my car, which is the Canadian polite way of telling all of you, the other night I almost shit my pants. Like, if you almost hit a moose with your car, the skid marks aren't just on the road. It's fucking terrible. And, like, that's a legit problem where I live. Like, like, my uncle last year alone killed 10 deer with his truck in one fatal swipe. You should have seen it. The Ministry of Natural Resources were crying almost as hard as the children were at Santa's Village. And he's driving and he can hear his empties jingling and he sees the flashing light in the mirror. He thought Rudolph was chasing him. That's the legit problem that we have up there. And I mean, make fun of it all you want. Yeah, we got Santa's Village. I'm thinking about opening up my own strip club right across the street from Santa's Village. You call it the North Pole. I think it's got some legs. Because we don't have any strippers where I live. Like, they all come down to the city. They all come down here, and they're so naive when they get here. Like, this one girl I know, she actually blew a guy just so she could get into a club. In all fairness, Costco had some great deals on that day. Oh, fuck. It's cool to be back here, though. You know, rainy night, not a huge crowd, but Earlier, we filled it in a bit. Like earlier, place was looking a little bit like a board meeting on September 12th, so can't really joke about that. So I don't even call it 9/11 anymore. I just call it the day Django went out of business. People get a little pissed off, but yeah, like, I mean, I was in the city doing a show about a year ago, and I'm doing stand-up, and I was making fun of Bin Laden for dying, and people got offended. These hipsters got offended on behalf of Osama Bin Laden. Like, oh, we liked Osama Bin Laden before, he was a fucking asshole. Like, get the fuck out of here. This is Osama Bin Laden. He's the biggest piece of shit of all time. I'm pretty sure when 9/11 happened, the only thing he said was, too bad it wasn't take your kid to work day. It's a good thing they didn't attack China, or it would have been. Yeah, let that fucking sink in. No wonder they have to euthanize kids in China. They're taking all the fucking jobs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because they're not throwing out more Dales and Tim Hortons over there. Say what you want about China, though. No matter what, it's not as bad as it is in Detroit, okay? I mean, let's put it this way. If I was ever being haunted by Freddy Krueger, I'd just move to Detroit. Because no one has dreams there. At this stage of the game, Detroit looks like someone had a bad roll of the dice in the game Jumanji. Just saying, like, you know things are getting bad when they start looking to their pop stars and musicians for help in their commercials. Like, I was like, why are they fucking using, they're using Kid Rock? That's pretty bad if you're the director of economic development for tourism of Detroit and you're like, fuck, someone get me Kid Rock on the line. Shit is not going well. Oh, sir, we couldn't get Kid Rock. Well, can you get Eminem? We don't have his number. Well, call his fucking mom at the trailer. We need some fucking help. Like, this is what's going on in Detroit. And I knew that shit was bad, like, when Kid Rock was the go-to guy, because, I mean, his success to me is the biggest cosmic joke of all time. I knew the world was ass backwards when Kid Rock punched a guy at a Waffle House and didn't get fired from Waffle House. Are you fucking kidding me? And who are they going to use, though? Those are their top two guys, Eminem and Kid Rock. I like both of them because I'm a scumbag. But who are they going to call, like, fucking Bob Seger? I brought that up to my uncle and his idiot friends. One guy pipes up like he knew Bob Seger. He's like, one time I seen Bob Seger getting fucked right in the ass. I did a double take. He's like, yeah, I walked out, did a double take, and sure enough, it was Bobby, and he was getting fucking hammered. So they can't fucking use Seeger now, according to my uncle's friend. So Detroit is fucked. But Toronto, you guys got it way better here. It's such a nice city. And I knew when I got back here I was in Toronto, because the second I got here, a homeless girl came up to me. She started giving me a hard time. She's like, hey, buddy, you got a toonie so I don't have to eat out of the dumpster. Thought to myself, only in Toronto would someone complain about breakfast in bed. See, I don't have that problem, we don't have that problem in Muskoka where I live, and I'm not saying we're better. It's not better, because we only have one homeless person in our town. People think that's great, but if you think about it, it's actually worse, because we could end homelessness. But we won't. We could all chip in and give this guy a place to crash. We'd only see him about once every 6 years. But we're fucking assholes up there. No way. Like, this guy, this one fucking guy is like, hey, Tyler, can I have a warm bowl of soup and a place to crash? Clifford, get your dirty ass off my fucking porch. Will not cut anyone any slack. And so, like, I have empathy when I'm in the city, though, and I see it all around. Like, the homeless girl today, like, when I was back, I felt bad for her. I want to take her away, like, to a nice place on vacation. But then I realized I'd be breaking my number one rule. And, hear me out on this one. Never take an ugly chick on vacation, guys. I'm sorry. That's like going to paradise and littering the entire time you're there. It is the worst. All your Facebook photos are messed up. It's always like, here's me sipping out of a coconut. And here's Tanya fucking up the view of the ocean. Oh, come on. There's no ugly girls in Vapor Central. I can't see you in the smoke. Yeah, I'm a piece of shit. I don't have any money for homeless people. I learned a valuable lesson recently, though. That lesson is never play cards against the elderly, all right, guys? They will lie, they'll cheat, they'll steal your money, and they'll act aloof if you call them out. I actually caught my grandma cheating in poker not long ago. Had to say something. It's like, look, Grandma, you know better than anyone else at this table, all right? You know the rules. You lost that hand. Now take off your shirt. Say what you want about my grandma, but when I open up the North Pole, guess who's Mrs. Claus? I haven't had much time to go out and party, though, because I just got married not too long ago, and that's been good. It's weird, though. Like, my family's fucked up, right? Like, you know you're off to a rough start in life when the first wedding you've been to is your parents'. But being married's taught me a lot of things. It actually cured my lifelong fear of burglars, because the way I see it, I'm already sleeping next to the person who's going to take half my stuff. Yeah, last time I checked, no burglar ever showed up with U-Hauls and a restraining order. My wife's cool, though. She's a major animal lover, and we're together, and we see this beautiful Siamese kitten. So right away, she starts bugging me. She's like, can I have it? Can I please have it? I said, I don't know. Then the kitten's looking at her, and she's looking at it. The kitten puts its paw up to the glass. She puts her hand on the glass over top of the kitten's paw. Can I please have it? I said no, and turned on the microwave. I'm just kidding, guys. The cat wasn't actually Siamese. I just said it was, because it was attached to another kitten. My wife got pissed off at me the other day. I came home from the bar with one of those rub-on tattoos they sometimes give you. She's like, what's that on your arm? That's stupid. I said, this tattoo isn't stupid. It's a symbol of our relationship. It's temporary, and it better be gone by the time I'm out of the shower. She's sleeping on the couch now. Of course, the only difference between her sleeping on the couch and sleeping on me is the couch has more change. And the couch pulls out. She's trying to get me to join a gym now, too, which I think is lame. She's always like, let's join a gym. It'll be so much fun. So why don't we just have sex more often? Then we'll both lose weight. Because you'll be doing all the work, and I'll be throwing up after every time. It's cool, guys. Fuck. I always treat my wife like a gym. Only 5 other guys go there. Oh, hey, Mark, what are you doing here? Want to spot me for a couple reps? What's up with Derek? Guy never wipes off the equipment. I haven't been going to the gym, though, for about a year. I'm not, you guys fucking obviously can tell that, but I haven't been going for about a year, and it's because I live in this small town. There's only one gym, and the gym owner, like, I know who the guy is. I have a suspicion that he's a pedophile. Now, I don't have any grounds to prove this, but his name is Sandy. So right away, there's flags on the play. My friends always give me shit. They're like, oh, how come you know, what are you going to do? Not go to the gym for another year and put on 25 pounds? It's like, I don't know, Ray. Sandy's still fucking kids? Okay, no one likes fucking that joke, all right? So, fuck you, Vapor. Fucking working them. My wife, one of the things she wants to do when we have kids is she says that they're not they're not going to be able to play hockey. She wants them to play soccer. How many hockey fans in here by round of applause? Can I hear you? We got some hockey fans. How many soccer fans? Ooh, a little mixed audience. See, it's tough. It's tough for me, like, as a guy who grew up playing hockey, to want my kids to play soccer. Like, I think hockey is like one of the last games where you have to be accountable for being an asshole. Like, if you're in hockey and you're being a prick, someone might come along and beat the shit out of you. Whereas in soccer, you know, you're being an asshole. What do you get? A red card. Dad's not taking me to Dairy Queen after the game. Yeah, that's because you fucking play soccer. Dad ain't gonna be there. But hockey, one of the things they're trying to do now is demonize the sport, right? They're trying to make it sound like it's bad because of all these concussions. And they have everyone, all these kids get treated like little fucking babies. Like when we were kids and I played hockey, we didn't have a concussion diagnosis, like doctor waiting for us in the dressing room after a game. If you got your bell rung after a game, our concussion diagnosis was like this. Oh man, Glenn's head's right fucked up. Yeah, good thing his mom brought tangerines. That's our concussion diagnosis. But my wife wants the kid to play soccer because it's safer. I think that's bullshit. In hockey, a head injury is a concussion. In soccer, a head injury is getting your head cut the fuck off for losing. Yeah, your team lost. Now they got to go back to wherever the fuck in South America and use your head as a soccer ball because they don't have one. Wait it out for 4 years. Here's my point of view. I'd rather enroll my kid in hockey and watch him get a real injury than enroll him in soccer and watch him get a fake one. I'll take it, Vapor. I'll take that. So that's my problem with having kids. The other thing, like, I feel like we've become way too soft as a society right now. Like, everyone's so worried about bullying. It's the big bullying craze. I think that there'd be a lot less bullying if we just raised fewer pussies. I mean, come on. Whatever happened to just breaking a bully's fucking nose? Some fat fatherless shit on the playground yucking it up because he stole all your pogs? Walk up to him at recess and belt the little prick in the mouth with your lunchbox. End of bullying. But you can't tell a kid that these days, no. Because when we were kids and we wanted to grow up and be big and strong, what did they tell us? Eat your Wheaties. Eat your Wheaties. You can't tell a kid that these days, no. Because little Stefan's allergic to wheat. How are you going to defend against bullying if you're being bullied by gluten? Quaker Oats guys just got your kid down on the playground kicking rocks in his face. Have some more wheat, you faggot. You know who I fucking blame for the big bullying thing? It's these stupid celebrities who name their kids the dumbest names ever, okay? People like Michael Jackson named his kid Blanket. Sorry, Michael. Should have dropped that one off the fucking balcony, bro. Almost turned that kid into a fucking Eric Clapton ballad. But that's the thing. I can tell anything about anyone simply based on their names. For example, if your name's Terry, you got DUIs. You do. Or if your name's Randy, you beat your wife. Come on, we know it. Or if your name's Sebastian, fuck off. And I'm qualified to talk about bullying because I was picked on when I was a kid. I remember being a little kid on the playground. This guy comes up to me. He's like, hey, Marson, the other day I was standing underneath the monkey bars and I seen your sister's vagina. Worst gym teacher ever. Oh, this guy's jokes, guy. So, I'm scared to have kids. That's the thing. I mean, I dated a while before I got married. Like, one time I had a girl ask me if I wanted to go Dutch with her on an abortion, which was weird. So I put on some wooden shoes and I kicked her down the fucking stairs. Yeah, I felt bad for her. Actually, one time I hit her in the face with a baseball bat. Hear me out, it was an accident. We were at a party, all hammered up with some friends. I was there with all my buddies, and there's a piñata there. So my friend takes out a Louisville Slugger. He hands it to me. He's like, dude, you gotta take a crack at this thing. Honestly, I have no idea how I drove all the way to her house with that blindfold on. Cop showed up, gave her a believable fake name. She said, you're free to go, Randy. Call back on Vapor Central. They can't remember the last 1 minute. Fuck. I'm an idiot. Before I go, guys, what I'm going to do, I just want to leave you on a little positive note here. A lot of people, they think their lives are way worse than they actually are. Not me. I'm not one of those guys. I mean, nothing really too bad's happened to me. Probably the worst thing that ever happened, which isn't even bad. It was just a bit of a curveball I got thrown. My brother came home from work and decided to come out of the closet. I walk in, and all of a sudden, he's got the whole family in the living room. He's like, hey, guys, there's something I really want to tell you. It's so hard. My dad's sitting there like this, better be good. I'm trying to watch Walker, Texas Ranger. Right away, you know, that's not the best time to be dropping the G-bomb on the old man. He's like, no, guys, there's something I want to tell you. It's so hard. Grandma, you might want to put your shirt on for this. He's all nervous, shaking, lights up a cigarette. Oh, I'm gay. We're all looking at him like, you smoke? Seriously, though, gay guys are cool. They're like garage sales. One man's junk is another man's treasure. Thank you very much. I'm Tyler Morrison. You guys are an awesome crowd.
Tyler fucking Morrison, everybody. The terror of the Muskokas. Bringing you his thunder. Cottage Country Comedyfestival.com if you guys want to check out any shows, if you're ever up in the Muskokas or anything like that. That's the dude that runs all the shows up there, so go on and check out that website. Also, comedyrecords.ca is the record label that sponsors this show, Canada's only all-record comedy label. Also, we have shows on Thursday and Sunday. We might be doing a Pride one, maybe Friday. But hey, let's give it up for all the comedians you guys saw tonight. You saw Patrick Hakeem, let him hear it. You saw Tyler Morrison. I'm Miley Cyrus. Good night, everybody. Have a good one.
Got a a minute. Should I trade half my money for 10 times as much sex? It's an equation from hell. It's an equation from hell. It's an equation from hell. It's an equation from hell.